Welcome back to Dr. Healthy Hub. What if one of the biggest reasons you're struggling with stubborn belly fat has nothing to do with calories, age, or exercise? What if deep inside your body, a powerful regeneration system has simply become less active over time? Most people believe that aging automatically means slower recovery, lower energy, and increasing body fat. But emerging research suggests there may be more to the story.
Your body contains remarkable repair mechanisms that help maintain healthy tissues, support recovery, and promote overall wellness. The problem is that modern lifestyles can make these natural processes less efficient than they were years ago. At the same time, when your metabolism slows down, your body becomes more likely to hold on to stubborn fat, especially around the waistline.
The fascinating part is that many of the same lifestyle habits that support your body's natural repair systems may also help improve metabolic health and encourage fat burning. Today, we're exploring 6 science-backed strategies that could help support healthy aging, boost your body's natural regenerative processes, and make it easier to maintain a healthier body composition. And the best part? Most of these methods are simple, affordable, and can be started right at home. Stay with me until the end, because the #1 method may be the most surprising of all, and it's probably something you've never considered before.
Let us begin with method number 6. Method number 6. Turmeric with black pepper. Most people have heard that turmeric is good for inflammation. That is old news. What is more interesting is what researchers have discovered about its potential effects on stem cell activity and fat metabolism when combined correctly. A study published in the Journal of Stem Cell Research and Therapy examined curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, and its effects on human mesenchymal stem cells. These stem cells help support the maintenance and repair of bones, cartilage, and fat tissue. The results were remarkable. Curcumin increased stem cell proliferation significantly in laboratory conditions. But that was only part of the story. The same research found that curcumin also inhibited adipogenesis, the scientific term for the formation of new fat cells. In other words, it appeared to support beneficial stem cell activity while discouraging the development of additional fat cells. However, there is one important catch. Turmeric by itself has very poor bioavailability. Your body absorbs only a small amount of it. Research has shown that piperine, the active compound found in black pepper, can dramatically increase curcumin absorption. Without black pepper, much of the turmeric may pass through your system without being fully utilized. So, how can you use it? One common approach is to combine 1 teaspoon of high-quality turmeric powder with a pinch of freshly ground black pepper and a small amount of healthy fat, such as olive oil or coconut.
You can stir this mixture into warm water, blend it into a smoothie, or add it to foods such as eggs or soups. Studies have used doses roughly equivalent to 500 to 1,000 milligrams of curcumin per day, which corresponds to approximately 1 to 2 teaspoons of turmeric powder. Timing may matter as well. Research suggests that taking curcumin with a larger meal can improve absorption, compared with taking it on an empty stomach. The fat content of the meal acts as a natural delivery system. Consistency is also important. While laboratory studies observed stem cell-related effects within days, changes in body composition typically required several weeks of regular use. In one randomized controlled trial, participants who took curcumin daily for several weeks lost more body fat than those taking a placebo. They also experienced significant reductions in inflammatory markers. Lower inflammation may help create an environment where stem cells can function more effectively. Turmeric is one of those rare compounds that appears to support multiple beneficial pathways at the same time. Now let's move on to something even more powerful that comes from a tiny black seed.
Method number 5. Black seed oil. Black seed oil has been used in traditional wellness practices for thousands of years, but modern researchers are only beginning to explore its potential effects on human health.
Extracted from Nigella sativa, black seed oil contains a bioactive compound called thymoquinone. Researchers have been studying thymoquinone for its possible role in supporting cellular health, immune function, and metabolic processes. Some studies suggest that thymoquinone may help support healthy stem cell activity and promote normal immune system function. Since stem cells play an important role in tissue maintenance and repair, maintaining a healthy environment for these cells is a growing area of scientific interest. The metabolic benefits have attracted attention as well. Several human studies have found that black seed.
One reason may be its influence on AMPK, often referred to as the body's metabolic master switch. AMPK helps regulate how the body uses and stores energy. When activated, it encourages cells to use available energy more efficiently, rather than storing excess fuel. This is the same pathway influenced by exercise and fasting, making black seed oil an interesting addition to an overall wellness routine. For practical use, studies have commonly used amounts ranging from 1/2 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon daily. Many people prefer taking it in the morning. Because the flavor can be quite strong and slightly bitter, some choose to mix it with a small amount of raw honey. Interestingly, some research suggests that combining black seed oil with raw honey may provide additional antioxidant and anti-inflammatory benefits compared to using either one alone. When purchasing black seed oil, look for cold-pressed varieties stored in dark glass bottles. Exposure to heat and light can reduce the potency of certain active compounds over time.
Method number 4. Raw broccoli sprouts. This is not about adding more broccoli to your dinner plate. It is about a specific form of broccoli that contains exceptionally high amounts of a compound called sulforaphane. Broccoli sprouts, the tiny 3 to 5 day old shoots, contain dramatically higher concentrations of sulforaphane precursors than mature broccoli. Sulforaphane has gained attention because it activates pathways involved in the body's natural defense systems. Research suggests that sulforaphane may help support antioxidant activity, cellular protection, and healthy inflammatory responses. These processes are important because oxidative stress and chronic inflammation can interfere with normal cellular function over time. Some studies have found that sulforaphane may help support the health and resilience of various cell types while promoting the body's natural protective mechanisms. Researchers have also explored its potential role in metabolic health. Clinical studies have linked sulforaphane intake with improvements in insulin sensitivity and reductions in visceral fat when combined with healthy diet and lifestyle habits. One important detail is that broccoli sprouts are most effective when eaten raw. Heat can significantly reduce the activity of myrosinase, the enzyme needed to convert glucoraphanin into active sulforaphane. For this reason, many people prefer eating fresh sprouts in salads, smoothies, wraps, or as a simple topping for meals. Growing broccoli sprouts at home is surprisingly easy. Soak broccoli sprouting seeds overnight, then rinse and drain them twice daily for several days until the sprouts are ready to eat. A serving of approximately 1 cup per day provides a substantial amount of sulforaphane precursors.
Method number 3. Cold water exposure. This one sounds uncomfortable. That's because it is. But the science behind how cold exposure affects metabolism and cellular adaptation has attracted significant attention from researchers. When your body is exposed to cold water, your nervous system releases norepinephrine, a hormone and neurotransmitter involved in alertness, energy regulation, and temperature control. Research has shown that cold exposure can dramatically increase norepinephrine levels after a single session. One of the most interesting effects involves brown fat, also known as brown adipose tissue.
Unlike white fat, which primarily stores energy, brown fat burns calories to generate heat. Studies have found that repeated cold exposure can increase brown fat activity, helping the body expend more energy throughout the day. Researchers have observed that regular cold exposure may also support healthy metabolic function and improve the body's ability to adapt to environmental stress. Some studies suggest that cold-induced increases in noradrenaline may influence cellular repair mechanisms and support the body's natural regenerative processes. So, how can you try this without making yourself miserable? You do not need an ice bath.
Start with what many experts consider a practical beginner approach. At the end of your normal warm shower, switch the water to cold for about 30 seconds. That's it. Over the following days and weeks, gradually increase the duration until you can comfortably tolerate 2 to 3 minutes. Research suggests that relatively short sessions performed consistently may provide many of the benefits associated with cold exposure. The water should feel genuinely cold, but remain safe and manageable. The goal is adaptation, not suffering. If you choose to take things further, cold water immersion may provide a stronger stimulus because more of the body is exposed at the same time. Focus on slow, controlled breathing throughout the process. Calm breathing helps your body adapt and makes the experience much easier. Now, let's move to a strategy that involves doing the exact opposite of eating.
Method number 2, time-restricted fasting. You've probably heard about intermittent fasting, but the latest research suggests that its effects may extend beyond simple weight management. Researchers have found that periods of fasting trigger a variety of metabolic changes throughout the body. One reason is that fasting encourages the body to shift from using glucose as its primary fuel source to relying more heavily on stored fat. This metabolic transition activates several pathways associated with cellular maintenance, energy efficiency, and repair. Some studies suggest that fasting may support the body's natural regenerative processes and help maintain healthy cellular function as we age.
The benefits for body composition have also been widely studied. Clinical trials have consistently shown that limiting daily eating windows can help reduce body weight and body fat when combined with an overall healthy lifestyle. Research has found that shorter eating windows may be particularly effective for reducing visceral fat, the fat stored around internal organs. Many experts believe this is one reason fasting has become such a popular strategy for improving metabolic health. However, timing matters. Research suggests that longer fasting windows tend to produce stronger metabolic effects than shorter ones. A commonly used approach is the 16-8 method, where food is consumed within an 8-hour window and avoided for the remaining 16 hours. For example, you might finish dinner in the evening and wait until midday the next day before eating again.
During the fasting period, water, plain tea, and black coffee are generally used because they contain little or no calories during the fasting window. Researchers have also observed that meal timing may influence results. Some evidence suggests that eating larger meals earlier in the day and lighter meals later may better align with the body's natural circadian rhythm. Fasting has also been associated with temporary increases in growth hormone levels, which play an important role in metabolism, recovery, and body composition. The key is consistency.
Method number 1, resistant starch. This is the one that almost nobody is talking about, yet it may be one of the most fascinating nutrition discoveries on this list. Resistant starch is a unique type of carbohydrate that resists digestion in the small intestine. Instead of being rapidly broken down into sugar, it travels to the large intestine, where it serves as food for beneficial gut bacteria. As these bacteria ferment resistant starch, they produce short-chain fatty acids, particularly butyrate. Butyrate has attracted enormous interest from researchers because it plays an important role in gut health, metabolic function, and cellular maintenance. Studies suggest that butyrate helps support the integrity of the intestinal lining.
Researchers have also explored how butyrate may influence communication between the gut, the immune system, and even the brain. The metabolic benefits are equally impressive. Clinical studies have found that diets rich in resistant starch may improve insulin sensitivity, support healthy blood sugar control, and increase fat oxidation compared to traditional starch sources. In simple terms, when insulin levels remain healthier and more stable, the body may become more efficient at utilizing stored fat for energy. The best part is how simple resistant starch is to obtain. You do not need an expensive supplement. Regular foods such as potatoes, rice, oats, beans, lentils, and green bananas can become excellent sources of resistant starch.